Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Championship Manager 1997-1998 Lockdown Challenge. Still with Fulham, still in season 2, but we're getting very close to that end of the season and we're going, quite strong, quite well. A few blips to pick up on, and obviously you can probably still hear in my throat, my voice is a little bit still hoarse. The tone and the actual activeness of my voice keeps going up and down, so if I do drop into the nerd from The Simpsons at some point, the nerdy teenager at some point, it's to be expected, or maybe that's just my normal voice and it'll actually change it for the better, who knows. If you're new around here, please do drop a like on the video, drop a sub to the channel as well, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's just crack on. So in terms of results, they've been a bit of a mixed bag, to be fair. A few little blips here and there. Now where did we end off? Where did we end off? I think we beat Man City, I think. Yeah, we played the Man United game, didn't we? I think. Was it the Man United game? Yes, it was. So we came back here for the Bradford game. A 2-1 win here. Michael Twist back in the team. They did equalise against the run of play. And it was that man Ramage again. Ramage did the damage in the first game, and he did it again. But we managed to grab a 2-1 win. Deserved 2-1 win. I think it was, pretty sure. Yeah, their one shot on target was a goal. We had 22 shots, 12 on target, and only mustered 2 goals. But Phil Mulryne, our hallowed father, if you're not aware of that reference, Google Philip Mulryne and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so he managed to secure the 3 points for us there. We then went on against Crewe. We raided United again, actually, and as you can see at position number 2, we've got Michael Clegg. We also went for Alex Notman to come in and sort of fill that void of all the injuries we've got. He turned us down, but we're still trying, so we'll try and get him in. But 2 goals for Eric Nevland, 1 for Centurion. They did go down to 10 men on the 83rd minute, but the game was already finished by that point. Gareth Wally wasn't a Wally in this game, grabbed a consolation for them. I don't know at what point it happened again. Look at the disparity in the chances created. We're just a little bit leaky. They actually took the lead in the game, but we rallied round and got the win that we so desperately needed. FA Cup, so we won't be getting the quarter-final bonus for the FA Cup. We lost 1-0 to Reading in the same division as us. I think, again, it was a dominating performance. Yeah, we weren't as clinical with our shots on target, but we were equally as clinical as them. Although they were more so because they had less shots in general, but they scored one of them. And yeah, we bombarded them. We just couldn't score. We just couldn't get what we needed on target, couldn't get the goal. We then bounced back with a 1-0 win against Portsmouth. Eventually took the lead through Centurion. Again, should have been more convincing than it was. But really, we're just lucky we didn't concede and end up, with a draw or a loss that could easily have happened away. Because we're very much 1-0 to the Fulham at the moment. The goals are drying up. The defence is maybe not. It's a little bit okay. If we're getting 1-0 and winning 1-0, it's fine. But if they get that one goal, that one chance, look, we're restricting the chances, but we are just every now and then just leaking that important goal, maybe not able to rally around. But we're holding on for a 1-0 win here in this game. Andre Gignac with the goal on the 69th minute, lol. But he's only got 1 goal and 5 assists in 20 games. He's not been the best signing. I think he's more of a striker, and in fact, I think in this game I stuck him up top in the second half. If I look at you can't see the tactics or the formation, but we stuck him up top. I think I put him up alongside Nevland, and he got the goal that we needed. 0-0. So again, keeping the clean sheet, but just not able to score our goal this time. Very boring game. Nothing really to report. After the QPR game, we went back in for that Levan Tiskachvili. In fact, was he in the team for this game? He may well have been. He was. He hasn't scored for us yet. He's not playing amazing, but in fact he did score for us. He scored in the Bury game, this game, but it was disallowed. So yeah, 0-0 as we end. And then finally we had the Crystal Palace game, another draw. So when I said the results were a bit of a mixed bag, we started off with the good form that we sort of have had up until this season, but it's just really the last kind of couple of games the goals dried up and the defence has been a bit maybe leaky. But Eric Nevland with the goal for us in this game, equalising a Matt Janssen goal in the first half. Both goals in the first half, and he's doing okay. He might be one to keep a look on. He's bit. Oh, he's not too pricey, to be fair. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. Story of our season at the moment, but we come back today. We've got Port Vale, Everton, and time permitting, West Bromwich Albion. We're near the end of the season now, so we might just do the 2 games today just to keep the video, a bit trim. But we're 1 point clear at the top. But the good news is we are 13 points clear of 3rd. So those top 2 spots looking good. Obviously, we'd like to get the top spot to minimise our damage from the points deduction at the end from the challenge from finishing position. This would make I think 21 points off, and at the moment Aston Villa, Coventry and Barnsley. I mean, Barnsley look adrift, to be fair, as do Coventry. Aston Villa are still in a fight with Sunderland and Southampton, possibly up to probably Sheffield Wednesday and 11th are still very much in that. West Ham and Leicester, a couple more results. I mean, there's still a long way to go, so they could easily get sucked in, but you'd think a couple more points for them teams would seal their safety, I think. But as you can see, we've got a lot of foreigners in our team now. We've got Renze, we've got Hickey, Zahovic, Centurion, Tsitsic. Do you know what, I'm just going to call him Levan. Or George. He's Georgian, we're going to call him George. We're just going to, that'll be his name. That'll be easier for me. Coleman's still here. A few big teams asking for him, but he feels his asking price is too high. There's interest and they want him. I think the price is fair enough, but if we keep hold of him, we keep hold of him. I haven't looked at Challenge 3 going into this. I don't think we'll be at Fulham next season. I think we move, which is a bit of a shame because it's a good little team I've put together here, and an assault on the Premier League would be quite interesting. But maybe I'll make a duplicate file of the save and carry on in that regard. But let's get into the game. Today we've got Port Vale, who are 20th, so hoping to bounce back with a good win here. He's not doing the best really, Clegg. I mean, Macanesby's had a good season. Do we stick Macanesby back in? I think we do. Stensas, his average rating has dropped a little bit, but he's still better than... Well, Brevitt's actually had a decent season this year. Do we revert? Do you know what? I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to revert to type. Zahovic is still coming back from injury, so he's not going to jump in just yet. Tomlinson, I thought he was out. Is he actually just come back from he's back from his injury, isn't he? Do you know what? He's going back in. I think we've struggled since that. I mean, he's done okay this season. He doesn't look like he's doing too much to affect. Maybe he's involved in other ways, but in terms of his goals and assists, his numbers aren't huge. Reggie Blinker at Port Vale. Who would have guessed it? Don't know how that's happened because he's at Sheffield Wednesday, and I think they're doing quite well, and he's still a Dutch international around this sort of time, I think. So that's a strange one, but we're having the early chances. They have the best chance and probably should have scored. Andreas Andersen as well. I think he's from Newcastle, or maybe he's not at Newcastle yet. I'm pretty sure that's him though. That long-haired blonde striker. I'm pretty sure that's him. Is he at Newcastle in this game? We'll have a look at half time. I don't really want to look too much because I don't want to jinx it to let him score. That's just one of the little things I do. Don't try and look at players in the game because no doubt the game, in my mind, the game recognises what you're doing and lets them score against you. Let me know down in the comments actually. What are your what's the word? I can't think what the word is. But what do you do to stop things going bad? Do you know my brain is just not functioning this morning. We're going to do it. Anders Andersen. Oh, he's from Blackburn. It's not the Newcastle one. It's not Andreas. It's Anders. If I can think of that word, it will come to me at some point. Alan Nielsen. Is he the guy we just... He's from Tottenham, isn't he? Wow, Port Vale putting quite a team together, but still down the bottom of the division. Money must be an issue for them, surely. But yeah, not conspiracy theories. What's the word I'm looking for? Like omens and stuff you do. But yeah, what do you do in the game that, obviously on Football Manager there's things like looking away at penalties, putting on a suit for a final. There's all sorts of things people do. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you do. Do you do things like press conferences before games? That's something I used to do back when this was, a fresh game out, just to add a bit more of a dimension to it, as Heidenstrom gives us a 1-0 lead. Yeah, it was just, press conferences, interviews, pre-match, post-match, half-time team talks, that sort of stuff. My parents must have thought I was going mad or on drugs or something, but I used to keep it down or keep it to when they weren't about mostly, but as we're going to take Graham Tomlinson off because he's just back from injury. We're going to bring George into the game, and Hickey's going to come on for Heidenstrom, and think we'll bring on Conroy for Netherlands. I think the points are secure with about 10 minutes to go. Can we grab a third? Can Conroy get one off the bench maybe? It doesn't look like it. Ends 2-0. I'm happy with that. We've got the 2 goals that we haven't been getting lately to secure the result. We've kept the clean sheet, which again has been kind of there. But McAnesby and Brevitt doing the job. I've been saying for about 2 seasons now, or a season and a half now, need to replace the fullbacks, Haven't replaced the fullbacks. And to be fair, they've done an alright job. They've done okay. I was thinking, now we've signed a right back and a left back, do I sell McAnesby and keep Hoehing as the backup? But I think McAnesby is still the first choice. But anyway, we're going to leave it there. Let's see what the league table does and see the results before we move on. Wimbledon lose. What a big result. They lost to rivals Palace, the Selhurst derby. What else has happened? Everton have lost 4th place. That pushes the gap even more. They've been overtaken by Birmingham. I think they beat us. Let's have a look at the league table. Oh, it's opened up. 4-point gap. 13 points to 3rd. I mean, that's pretty decent. We've still got a decent number of games left. There's still a lot to play for and a lot to change. Still a lot of football to be played. But it's very good. We've made a loss of £1 million, but they're delighted, and their financial position is excellent. So we'll come back for the next game. I can't remember who it is. I think it was a big one, but we'll be back shortly. Okay, here we are. It's Everton, 4th place, who have just lost. We didn't get the manager of the month. That goes to Gould, whoever that is. Is it Bobby Gould, maybe, at West Brom? We've got Everton. We've had a signing. Not we have. There's been 2 signings made by Manchester United in the window. And one of them is an England player, a World Cup 98 player. So they've signed Warren Barton, who's a current England international, but he wasn't for World Cup 98. But they have signed David Batty, who was. So that's 1 down we can't get. He's actually done all right. He probably could have been an option. Schmeichel's about to go out of contract. He might actually have a regen at the end of the season. I'll run the regen system anyway. He's not available anymore. He was literally available for about a day. We put a bid in and he turned it down. But let's jump into the game. We've got a bit of mixing around to do here. So Centurion is suspended, so we're going to pop Zahovic in his role. Is that too many foreigners? 1, 2. I think that's too many foreigners. It hasn't counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, we've got 4, definitely. Is it 4 you're allowed? Maybe it's 4 you're allowed. I thought it's 3 you're allowed. Maybe it's 4. Maybe in the Division 1, maybe it doesn't matter too much. In the Premier League, I'm pretty sure there's a problem. Oh, as we nearly take an early lead. Put a bit of pressure on Everton. Obviously, they lost their last game and dropped from 3rd to 4th. We need to win this, really. To keep the pressure on Wimbledon, because they're probably going to bounce back. Every time they lose a game, they do bounce back and have a bit of a run. Keep the pressure on us, and where we've had a couple of draws, they've crept back in. We had got a good lead on them, but they've crept back in. So really, we need to keep that going. And also, just to push that distance on the 3rd and 4th places just that little bit further. A draw wouldn't be the worst. As long as we don't lose, I think I can be happy with that. And I've just realised we've got West Brom next, I think, in the next game, haven't we? If we go for the 3rd one, looking at the time, we might be able to squeeze it in. And they've obviously just got manager of the month. They're obviously doing well, so they're probably in a decent league position as well, or a decent bit of form. So it'll be a difficult game as well. So it's 2 back-to-back tricky ones. But I mean, this division famously is one of the hardest divisions in the world, certainly to get out of and get promoted from. So we're doing really well. Obviously, we spent a decent bit of money this season, so Al Fayed is kind of going for that, spend it to get it sort of option. Jeffers is on, but I forgot to make subs. Can we grab one? I thought we could grab a late winner there. Just hold on now, please. Netherlands have a chance to win it late on as well, but unfortunately a 0-0. We've not had too many 0-0s on the camera games. We deserve to edge that, I think. We deserve to win there. A draw is probably a little bit harsh on us, but it's a team that's just been relegated from the Premier League. They're starting a little bit of a rebuild. They're doing quite well generally in the league, in the division. So, yeah, all in all, it's not too bad. I think we lost to them in the reverse fixture near the start of the season. So, it's progress. And it shows that if we were to carry on at Fulham next season, which I don't think is part of the challenge, I might have to have a look at it off camera. Birmingham win. Wimbledon thrash Port Vale, something we sort of halfway did. They got Paul Zetterberg. It's not a bad signing for them. Wasn't so good last year when they came down, but he's doing better now. Styler, Solbakken, obviously. This was around the new cut. This was around the 2019 season. So, yeah, all in all, it's not too bad. I think we were to carry on at Fulham next season, which I don't think is part of the challenge. I might have to have a look at it off camera. Birmingham win. Wimbledon thrash Port Vale, something we sort of halfway did. They got Paul Zetterberg. It's not a bad signing for them. Wasn't so good last year when they came down, but he's doing better now. Styler, Solbakken. This was around the Norwegian sort of takeover when things started going wrong for Wimbledon. Let's be honest, they started trying to move away from Sellers, trying to get their own ground, and bought all these Norwegian players, Norwegian manager. The football just went to crap, and they went down and pretty much never to be seen since. AFC Wimbledon obviously rose from the ashes, and they're now doing okay. And I think League One, I think they might be in, possibly League Two, but I think it's League One. And I think MK Dons, they in the same division now. They've met a few times. Who have we got next? We've got West Brom. Let's have a look where they are. No, we won't look at that. We are going to play them. We'll come back for that game in 2 ticks. And here we are, away to West Brom. So they are 11th. So they got manager of the month, but he's obviously just had a good run of fixtures, good run of form. So let's have a look at their form, actually. They've done some damage against us recently, actually. So they're out of the Cup quarter-final to Wolves, local derby. They won the league game. Yeah, they've won quite a few league games on the bounce. They must have been struggling. Hired Bobby Gould at some point, and he's done the job. Yeah, Bob Taylor scored a couple against us. He's got 20 goals for the season. I feel most of them feel like they're against us, so not confident going into this game, especially as we're a little bit patchy with our form, a bit hit and miss. Depends what Fulham turns up at the moment, but hopefully we can bounce back with a great result here. As first 10 minutes, we're in a bit of an ascendancy, and we're going to get a red card, aren't we? Bjorn Holmstrom has been sent off. Oh, do I not need that in this game so early as well? 11 minutes. I find that as well in this game. Our red cards, when you get a player sent off, it's always in like it's definitely the first half. Normally the first sort of 15, 20 minutes or so. Always first half. They'll get a red card, it'll be like 88 minutes. Great, what can I do with that? But we're still... No, we don't get a free kick. But we've taken the lead with 10 men against a formed team. So they're going to score straight away, aren't they? Of course they are. Of course they are. Equalise straight away. Is it Bob Taylor? No, it's not. It's Evans, whoever that is. That reminds me, actually, there's an Evans I want to sign. Ah, Netherlands. What a time to find some goals. What a time to find some goals. Netherlands bounced back with one as well. And that is what we like to see. Come on. Oh, 2-2. And I might have to end this recording abruptly in a minute because I need to get off the computer. I need to get off the recording. If this game can quickly finish. Can we get the free kick? They've got a red card. So here we go. Second half. On the hour. 2-2. No doubt they'll grab a goal now. Nope. I'm just trying to end this episode really quickly because I do need to get off. Netherlands 3-2. Hopefully we can just hold out here. Have we got enough to hold on with a 3-2 win? It'll be a famous win in this season. It could be a turning point of... Oh, we get it away. It could be a turning point in the season. You know, around the time we're having a bit of a blip. Come on, 10 minutes. If we can grab a fourth, that would be amazing. I probably should be making subs, but I haven't got time. I need to end the recording. And they've got a late equaliser. Of course they do. And there we go. That's the end of the episode. So we're going to come back next time. It's going to be the run-in. I don't know exactly where. I'll play a few games. But if you've enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like on the video. Drop a sub to the channel. All that usual good stuff. And until next time for episode 13, the final run-in for season 2. I'll see you later. Take care.